We are.
What's that?
Like,
What's that?
okay, good evening, everyone. This is the regular meeting of the Rutland Town Select Board. Today is December 2nd. It is 6 o'clock. I'm Mary Ashcroft. I'm present in the room, also making up the quorum, Select Board member Matt Getty, who's zooming in, and Select Board member Sharon Russell, who is zooming in. So please rise and join me for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag.
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all.
All right. First item, approval of select board minutes for November 18th. Present were me, Joe, Sharon, Kurt, and Matt. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
That's moved to approve. Here comes Joe. Is there a second, Sharon? She's muted. Joe, do you want to second the approval of the minutes of the November 18th meeting?
Yes.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Any additions, corrections, or deletions? If not, all in favor of approval of the minutes, please say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries 3-0. And Sharon will eventually unmute.
She did the distraction meeting.
All right, there you go. Well, it's time. Then there was the shortest ever select board meeting on November 24th, 2025. This was a specially warned meeting for the sole purpose of issuing 2 liquor licenses. Present were Mary Ashcroft, Joe Denardo, and Matt Getty.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made to approve by Joe, seconded by Matt. Any discussion? Not all in favor of approving the minutes of the November 24th meeting, please say aye.
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 Motion carries. Matt and Sharon, Sharon didn't have to vote on that last one, but these minutes are going in the folder and Bill will have them here. So along with the orders, which we're about to do. Okay. Next, approval of the orders.
You're the only one that's on one, okay? As we know.
Yeah.
I move to approve the order.
Motion's been made to approve the orders so these people get paid. Matt seconded. Any discussion?
These are all the usual and customary.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing special that I can see.
No, there was an additional, there was one special fund one. What was that?
That was for the Royal Group, and I think it was for,
Dewey.
I don't pay another Dewey doors.
yeah, that was the 2200, yep.
2200 Dewey doors, like that. Good alliteration.
That time's fast.
Okay, so motion's been made and seconded to approve the orders. Any discussion beyond? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Okay.
Had Steve's. I call Steve and tell him to have her.
Are there any board member announcements? No. Okay. Update from Select Board Chair. Just a reminder that next week, Tuesday, is our budget meeting and we are starting at 5:30. So we can get through all of our budgets. And we haven't just, somebody is first up, but there's dispute about that, but we'll get that squared away before the meeting.
It's not here, so you should.
I should say, anybody who gets here early gets an additional 2% in their budget, but no, I won't say that.
They'll be here at 3, all of them, they're all lined up, then we gotta have a lottery.
All right. Are there any questions from the floor or public comments? If not, moving right along, Dave Sears, Town Road Commissioner, I bet he's busy.
Chuck.
He's not on, but Chris is on. Chris, I was on. And Dave was sure he's gonna call it or not, but he's not. I wasn't gonna make it, so.
Okay. Any report, Chris?
It'd be Emily.
Okay,
Might be. Could be
all right. So we'll just, that's an excused absence.
slippery. It's still snowing. Stay home.
Yeah, really. People stay home.
Oh, good.
Chris Clark, Town Fire Chief. And
I am here.
hi, Chris.
Hi, sorry I'm not in person. I'm out snow plowing also.
Righty.
I really don't have anything to report tonight. We did go to Fall Festival at the town school 2 Saturdays ago. That went very well, actually. Chris Howe was there with the town loader. Casella's was there. The police department was there. The state police was there. Regional ambulance was there. So they had a good showing for the first one. So it was pretty cool. What else did we do? This Friday is the Casella parade where we decorate the truck with a bunch of Christmas lights. So if you guys want to stand on the side of the road, I can get you the route for that. That's a huge parade that Casella puts on for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really don't have anything to tell you.
You come across the bypass?
No.
Oh.
I don't think we do.
Any questions for our town fire chief? Okay, yeah, Selectman Kurt Hathaway has joined us. And he is reviewing things. Okay. Next up, Ed Dumas, town police chief. And
Thank you.
Yep, that one. There's that one.
okay, would you like to?
I'll
start out?
do it from here first.
Oh, Miss Yellow.
Help in, from Forest.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like so at Denver, we're down there, 51% of the calls came from the south end.
Lift up a little bit.
A little bit, much. Calls are down altogether because we took a week off. I took a week off. Somebody else took some time off, so there's a limit.
The phone was down because you guys are gone?
We did not.
I'm sure the state calls picked
Yes.
up, but our calls went down.
Yes, yeah.
The second one is just the general ones. We had 159 calls added last month. 59 of those were traffic stops, so it was actually 100 calls, new calls last month. And like Chief said, it was 51 of them were on the south end, so nothing earth shattering as far as the calls. And the arrests are nothing earth shattering on the arrest side of things.
Say the police officers police chiefs met with, the, people who are going to be the Walmart folks, yesterday. Had a pretty good session. And, there's numbers that we need to generate. So then I'll give you a little update later. No decisions were made. Okay. Any questions of our town police chiefs?
I didn't read all the minutes from police committee meeting, but I'm assuming our guys are out working some extra hours.
Yeah.
For the holiday.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the details were.
Albert, what was it, 1,050 or 5,050?
The total was $5,040 for a bump up for a 2-week time frame, and that money is coming out of the court team. And that extends time after their regular shift, so it's when people would be down there and
Yeah.
out. So yes, we did. Matt and I met and used the authorization you gave us to do that. So thank you. Okay, anything else for our police folks? Okay, who's, Matt? Anything?
I don't have anything else.
Okay. That's good, thank you.
Thank you.
Drive carefully. Kari Clark, Town Clerk and Treasurer.
Good evening.
Who did I skip?
Mike, but that's all
Oh,
right.
Mike.
If he was here, he would have said something.
Yeah, he would have, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you
All right.
skipped Mike.
That's
You're
okay.
More than welcome to
He's,
go.
he's practicing for next week. So go ahead, Carrie.
Actually, I don't have anything for tonight, so he can go.
Any questions of our town clerk? Okay, thank you, Carrie.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Mike Rowe, Town Rec Director.
Like I was saying earlier, I drive down this one road quite often. And it was really nice to be able to see Little Caesar's Pizza before I would normally see Little Caesar's Pizza. So I'm very impressed that I can actually not play Frogger around the building. So whoever was in charge of that, thank you. Long time coming, but it's done and that's all that really matters. And they actually cleaned it up fairly decent, as much as I think they will clean it up. But thank you to whoever.
But we're going to be hearing
Got
from
that
Mike
rolling.
Delehanty shortly, so.
So I truly appreciate that. And so do the people that are up there. It's,
Yes,
you know, it's an intersection to begin with, and that didn't really make it any easier. Now, at least it's a little more enjoyable. Don't have a tremendous amount. Basketball is underway. We have good numbers for that. Finished up some cleaning, and thanks to Dave and the highway guys, we did some tree work last Wednesday through the park. Went limbing and took some widowmakers, or a couple that were interesting in there. So we spent time in the morning and early part of the afternoon cutting stuff that might fall and be a little preemptive, and cleaned it up there. So we did that. And then just working on, I put together a weekly newsletter that I was working on. Bill's helped me out a little bit today. So the ice rink is full. Oh, that happened thanks to the fire department. They put a little water in the bucket a couple weeks ago. But with the snow, it was kind of frozen. Yeah, I was on it. Well, I wasn't on it. I kind of was like testing the other day. So if it got really cold and gave me a top, then maybe this won't be too bad to get off it. But that'll be my mission tomorrow, to go over and see at what point I'm at for that. So it's there ready to go. Other than that,
senior dinner.
senior dinner is on the 16th. I have so far about 25 people that have responded, which is good. That's at the school. Get there around 11:15ish. You'll have the jazz band playing for your entertainment, and it's chicken and biscuits, homemade chicken and biscuits, yum, 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 and a dessert. You can enter, if you're not familiar, you can park in the circle, and then you can either enter through the main entrance, or you can come to the next entrance to the left of the main entrance, which is the cafeteria, essentially the cafeteria entrance. And there'll be students there waiting to greet you and take you to your spot. So that is
They're
up and
great.
coming.
I really enjoy that part when the students come out.
Yes.
They're only
And,
guessing that we're seniors, but we must look at it. So,
and we started we're getting a date for our celebrity chefs to start putting into motion our menu for our weekly meals for January and February for our senior group. So that's plugging along really nicely as well.
Very good.
So pretty much what I got for you, unless you guys have any questions for me.
Matt, Getty, anything from the rec committee meeting November 18th? Or have we covered that?
Let me see in the minutes here. I'm not sure there's anything we haven't already discussed. We, of course, we're working on budget issues.
Right.
So we'll need an update on that, but the budget was mostly done except for taking into account the new policy on the healthcare buyout. And I think some numbers from Kari on the across the board increase, perhaps. But other than that, we talked a little bit about the pool, and I think that might have been discussed in a prior meeting. Mike's met with another possible vendor.
We did.
Yeah, I think I brought that up.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
all we
because you
had.
met just before our last select board meeting.
Oh,
Okay.
and the tractor was still working, awaiting repair. Is there any update on that?
Dave, who's off, would have a better update. I think he put the kibosh to it there, and he was looking at an alternative place to do like an engine overhaul, like you guys were talking about. So I don't know.
I have an update.
You do? Oh, let's hear it. I'd love to hear it.
Not a good one, but so hey, went down. I take care of the parking lot United, so I was in there talking with the general manager. So transferring it from one United to another United is corporately frowned upon. After talking with them, because of the not just the internal damage to the motor, but like the EGR is full of oil, the exhaust gas recirculation, which is emission system, the DPF, which is the diesel particulate filter in the exhaust, is full of oil. So all that stuff would need to be replaced because you can't get oil out of a DPF, and when it burns at 1200 degrees to afterburn the particulates out of it, it's essentially going to burn the tractor to the ground if you leave the oil in it. And they said by the time you get done rebuilding the motor, the difference in price is negligible, and you get a warranty with a short block. So if you put a whole new motor in it, you get a warranty from Deere. Now, what they can do, which I wanted to bring to the board before I had them go through all the paperwork, it's the machine's out of warranty, but they can go to Deere and say, hey, this is a municipal tractor. It's low hours. It's well taken care of. This issue shouldn't have happened in this time frame of use. It's years out of, it's age-wise out of warranty. Hours-wise isn't technically out of the warranty phase. What will you do? And they said sometimes they'll pay for some labor, or they'll pay for some parts, or they've seen even up to like, they call it third triple, paying out in thirds. So like United would cover a third, we would cover a third, they'd cover a third. He said there's no guarantee that you get approved on it, but there's a bunch of paperwork they have to fill out. It's got to go to United corporate because they got one person that deals with Deere, and there's a way of going about that. So I wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page to, if we wanted to go forward with that and see what Deere said. I don't want them to get halfway through the paperwork and say, well, we're actually going to go do this instead. And then
It's still going to be cheaper if everybody kicks in a third.
Right.
And it'll give us a usable,
Yeah.
decent machine.
and they said the way it sits right now, there's a salvage company down in Pennsylvania that would probably buy it, and you might get like $8,000 out of it. If we were to trade it to them, for an upgrade.
So if we go down this route and they say no, all we've lost is some time.
Sometime.
It- Seems like Matt, this is partially rec department. And Sharon's on too. Comments?
Well, I love to save money, but this thing's also a sidewalk plow, right? So how important is lost time here? Because I don't know how long it's going to take to go to corporate deer. It sounds like a process.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to think of a other way to take care of our sidewalks.
We could run the tractors and.
I don't know. The post road sidewalk you can plow with a pickup.
Yeah.
We've always done that. Yeah, that's a big enough. So then, maybe the city maybe we could just have the city plow the south end and pay them.
We used to do that, so.
Yeah.
Of course, they're so stretched out.
Yeah.
Well, they bought more tractors though.
Yeah.
So they might have.
Could look into the options. I'd like to see if Deere do something, but you're talking probably no resolution before the first of the year.
No, probably not.
We'll be into January.
Sidewalk.
I wonder if it will be done this winter. That's what I'd be wondering.
I think it was like $400 a storm.
Yeah.
I thought it was 5, but I could be wrong.
It was a substantial increase, and it used to be per season, and it was per storm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we might be able to at least get along a little ways. The tractor in Center Rutland have a loader on it? No cab. That'd be miserable. But the plow would go on it.
It's a lot smaller. That's only a 1023.
Yeah. I'm thinking just for like this stretch.
Mhm.
Could plow this stretch with it, put the plow on it. But
Yeah, I mean, the problem is now it's winter has come. So
Yeah.
I guess I'd want to know from them, like, if they can get an answer soon, that sounds wonderful. I'm glad that they've offered that. But at the same time, we're going to have plowing to do. So we
We're
can't
meeting
have this
next
take
week.
months.
Well,
Is it possible to get an update by then?
I can push for it.
put this in motion.
Yeah.
I'll send
an email tonight.
And then if it doesn't work out, the worst, then we do, because the other option, at this point, I'm almost thinking we should be looking at another tractor.
Yeah.
How long would it take to get an engine if they order an engine?
So,
It's the engine itself would probably show up, within a week on their freight truck, but I don't know how long it'd take to put it in. It's a 38-hour job, supposedly. Yeah, I don't know if it technically take that long, but that's what the book says.
What's your pleasure, folks?
well,
Find out.
Find out timelines. Let's make a decision next week.
Okay.
we're gonna lose, I think we should ask them to get the paperwork started.
Yeah.
And then if we decide on something else next week, they can just terminate. It's easier to stop it than it is to lose
Yes.
another week.
Yes.
And just,
All right. So that's a motion by Joe.
Yeah.
Seconded by Kurt to get the paperwork started to do the new engine with the
maybe some
three-way
help,
share.
maybe
Yeah.
some.
Okay.
And I've heard this before where sometimes deer will come through on stuff that shouldn't have worn out in a time.
Can we proceed on both tracks at once? Will they order an engine and go ahead because we know we're going to do it, or would that just undercut the position?
I don't
of
know.
deer?
I can ask them if, getting the engine coming, if deer would do something after the fact or not, or if that
Well,
would.
the engine's just going to sit there.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're.
I don't know.
If
I can
there's no
ask
freight on
them.
it, they'll send it. If they don't order it special, there'll be no freight because it comes on a stock order.
Yeah.
So if they return it, they may not be happy, but they probably won't charge us for it.
Yeah.
I don't, Dave was talking a little bit about that this morning. He said, if they get it and they return, it's 20% charge to the back.
Restock.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes they can get around
So-
restock if it's
Restock.
something they're doing.
Well,
So,
okay. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
right.
Aye. Motion carries. Sharon, you're muted, so if you wanted to be counted for your vote, you might want to. Okay. Alrighty, so we'll see what we can do on that and we'll hear, could you remind us, Bill, with an agenda item?
Yep.
Maybe under rec department, because if we have to buy a new something, well, it won't be in the budget, but we need a report next week, so we'll know
Well,
what you're.
If this is buying new one, this would be depreciation.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
And it came out of Byron and I bought it together. So we split.
Okay,
So I have plenty in my depreciation, more than enough to, if you want to go that route, it's in depreciation. So that's where it would come out of.
so just be prepared
Chances.
next
And
week.
we,
yeah.
we need it. So
Yeah.
it's,
The motor.
It is what it is.
Here, so that one, we won't be able to take the motor, but if we buy another tractor, we could
Yeah.
take it out of depreciation. The point is whether or not, I don't know how fast you get a tractor. Even though,
Oh.
They don't have one down there.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that might, you know.
you know what I'm saying? And I don't know whether at this point, we've had that tractor for about 6 years, 5, 6 years, I think.
yeah, it's something around there.
Somewhere, yeah, so we might want to talk about if, I know we use it, you use it, but whether this is adequate for what we want, or do we need something a little bigger? Or whatever, because I do know that when you get in and running the snow blower on some heavy snow, it is minimally enough.
I think they'd make one more horsepower pump at 3,000 years.
Yeah.
Which would probably be smart.
I think Dave went to a plow.
He does use a plow.
They
but
went
the
to a
snow
plow
blower-
instead of the blower.
Yeah,
You get big snow, you have to roll sometimes.
but sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we have that. I mean, we have the blower.
Snow blower. But anyway,
Just-
all right, we got-
Some
Matt?
some technological feedback here. I assume we're operating on the new mic system and not the desk mics, but you all sound a lot better when you lean forward in your chairs when you talk than when you lean back. So
Okay, good to know.
keep that in
Thank you.
mind.
Oh, Bill, what are we on?
Mic closer to me.
Okay, anything else for Mike Rowe? Director, we voted on that, right? Moving ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll send them an email, sorry.
Okay,
thanks.
good. You're done. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you. See you next week.
Yes, indeed. Mike Delehanty.
Good evening.
What is the hour? Good evening. So you heard our rec director talk about the clear intersection now at the bottom of Gleason. You
Yeah,
wanna
let's-
update us?
Of course, absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm just excited as Mike, and I'm sure everybody else. And the honking and the waving and the thumbs up we've received over the last couple of weekends was well received. But yeah, just I mean, I know most of you know, but just to kind of give the high level again. Back on the 15th, I had sent Mr. Ruggiero a certified letter, just advising him of the inspection of his property there, 118 Route 4. And when I got there on the 22nd, Mr. Ruggiero had a crew with him and an excavator ready. So when John and I had spoke, kind of about the concerns, he actually recognized the risk as well, and he agreed that building, it was time. It was time to have it torn down, and he even recognized and he had admitted, that we've been after him for a while about it, and nothing had been done, but he knew the time was now, and and so I appreciate that. So yeah, that first weekend, they probably tore down just over 50% of the building. They removed all the wood. The roof, most of the roof was constructed of wood. That was all removed and brought the Hubbards. And then this past Sunday, they removed the rest of the building, tore the rest of the building down. Took a lot of material again to Hubbards, and then yesterday, Monday, they did most of the cleanup. I think at this point they've probably run out of good weather, but John had mentioned that the idea of putting topsoil down and obviously seeding that property to kind of give it the finishing touch. I would assume at this point that's probably not going to happen until the spring. But yeah, it's the eyesore that was been there for so long is gone. So I do appreciate the effort that his crew put in to get that done. It's in a timely fashion.
All right. And thank you, Mike. We appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
Mike, did he indicate that he was just gonna leave it vacant, or does he have a plan to maybe do something there?
So I don't want to speak for him. He didn't have any idea. He didn't have any plans that he brought to my attention, but given the fact he's probably going to bring topsoil in, I'm assuming that's probably just going to be a vacant lot.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Mike, you've gotten your constable numbers to Bill, I'm assuming. Are you going to be participating next week or?
Yes and yes.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you guys.
Okay. Good evening.
You as well.
All right. Joe Denardo, Public Safety Building Clerk.
Yep, nothing new to report
Mhm.
and no complaints from either of the chiefs, so I think we're okay.
Okay. Good, thanks. John Paul, Faignant.
No. He did send us an email about the dog situation.
Oh, yes. 2 weeks ago, or whenever it was, 2 weeks ago, we had received a dog bite complaint, so we passed that along to JP, who investigates those. He was able to investigate and found that the dog had its shots. So that was very good news. That meant that the person who was bitten did not have to go through the rabies vaccine shots. But the dog hadn't been registered, so JP's following up on that. I think he issued a civil citation on those. But
There was something about another dog, which I didn't
yeah,
quite.
apparently there were 2 dogs involved in this attack, and he couldn't locate the other one, or nobody seemed to know who it was, so. Okay, so that was handled. Good. Please, people,
Did I have it in the park?
I-
I'm curious. I don't.
I
No,
read the
don't believe so.
letter
Okay.
quickly and I don't remember what it
Don't
said.
believe it did.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Because that's someone called me about earlier in the fall,
Okay,
and it didn't seem like it was in the park, but close proximity, so I was just curious. if it was.
yeah, no, I think this is pretty recent.
Okay.
Okay. Please, people, make sure your dogs are up to date with their rabies shots and please get them registered, please. Okay, is Barbara Noyes pulling on?
She is not.
She is not.
Neither is Larry.
Yeah, Larry is not. Did transfer station folks, or did he get his budget in?
Yes, he did.
Okay, very good. And did you have a chance to visit with him?
Yeah, well, Sharon and I met with
Yeah,
him
okay.
and we discussed some increases, and he's got a, his usual annual report on
Okay.
everything.
Alrighty, next up, Marcia Chaffee, Town Head Lister.
Hi, Mary, Joe, and Kurt. I don't have an awful lot tonight either. I just wanted the board to be aware that we have been speaking with the Patriot software people. We had a demonstration last week on the Patriot system, which about 90% of the towns in Vermont are using. And unfortunately, this was one of the reasons why we did not get any bids for our reappraisal, because most of the firms are using the Patriot system and they were not willing to learn the NIMRIC system, and you really can't blame them. But I will be attending the budget meeting next week, and I will have more to discuss. One of the pluses with this AP5 Patriot system is everything is in one system. There is not a grand list. There is not a CAMA system. Everything is integrated into one system. Not only that, but they also have a module for business personal property, which we are very excited about. So we're waiting to get not only a proposal, but a sample of how their business personal property software actually operates. So.
Any questions for Marcia? Okay, thank you, Marcia. We'll see you next week.
All right, safe travels tonight getting home.
Thank you.
Funny, every time somebody, whether it's Kari or whatever, the NIMRIC system that we've been using seems to be coming up short for us.
Yeah.
A lot of applications now. I think it was state of the art in the beginning, but I think there's other, the handwriting.
All right, Bill Sweet, Town Administrator. Evening. Huh? No, Jesus.
I've got one thing. So we made some updates to our website a while ago to make them ADA compatible, the guidelines for sizing and fonting, things like that. There is a second phase to that, which is for our permits have to meet the same guidelines, but we have a while, we still have about almost 2 years before we have to do that. It's website content accessibility guidelines, and our permits do have to meet that. So when you go online and fill out a form, in some businesses, they don't have to necessarily meet that. As a municipality, we do. So all forms have to be fillable PDFs where you go on and you can just fill in the little sections. We have the ability to do that. All the fields have to be labeled. I can pretty much do that. Then the form has to provide text-based instructions and error handling to correct mistakes. That's where it gets a little tricky. It requires keyboard navigation, and there's specific contract requirements. So we are rapidly approaching the point where we aren't going to be able to create Word documents and make them forms and put them on the web anymore. Like that's what we've been doing for a very long time. Has worked. We're rapidly approaching where we could have, if we don't do it and somebody complains, and there could be an issue. So we would be out of compliance for that. So I have
Compliance with whose regulations?
it's federal ADA.
Okay.
So it does not require us to take online payments. I did check that because we aren't ready for that yet. But it does, we are getting to the point where we're going to have to do this. So there are several vendors which can help us with this. We're basically like, you just create fields, and it creates a form out of the fields we need to do it. So it makes it very well. So I've reached out. I don't have any information on it, but that's something that will be probably in next year's budget.
Not the
Right.
budget that we're gonna talk
Correct.
about next
Yes.
week, but next year.
This will be part of the budget plan next year. Will be some software on this because we're just reaching the point where we just can't manage it in-house anymore.
Bookmark that.
Yeah.
Because
So
a
that
year
it's
away, we might forget.
we might. But it's going to take from now until then to kind of work through some vendors and things like that to get pricing and
Yeah,
all
Jim
that
just
stuff.
said we should put it on the project list, so we probably should.
Well, it'd be up there and
So the website, we were able to do it with modules and they were able to do it fairly easily. It wasn't terribly complicated. This is more involved because every form is its own unique thing. So
Questions about that, or any questions for Bill?
all I got.
Is the Route 7 South sewer line now completed?
I think for this year it is.
Dave said the porta potty left, so that's his indication that the project is done.
Yeah.
So
Can we take it off our list?
I think we probably can.
Let's take it off our list.
Other than some grass seed, it's good to go.
Yeah. And that's
It might be too late for that.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's see. Under action items, the board to review Act 250 progress being made on the Walmart project. We did the developer's attorney and the Walmart people who are going to be running the new super Walmart up there have already met with the fire department, and now yesterday was it yesterday?
Yeah.
We met with the police department, and we've got the word that the demolition probably will not occur until the spring. Yes. Yeah. So
But
that
it is
means,
fenced in.
and the fence continues to be, the fence is up, and then people push over parts of it. So
We knew this was going to happen because this is a challenge. It's the challenge.
there are two police blue light things up there monitoring, and spies in the sky type thing.
Because
So
Belvin is.
people are watching you, people.
Yeah, they've started in the city on that, taking the Herald building down there.
Okay.
Or the same,
Yeah, same group.
Mhm.
and I don't know if demolition in the winter is fun or not. I don't know.
I don't know.
You end up paying to truck a bunch of snow to a landfill.
Don't know if they're gonna, well, it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, yeah, it is what it is, so.
People will have a home for another year. Undercover.
So the board to discuss the schedule for pre-town meeting, have we heard from the school?
They have asked if we have set on a date yet, and that's as much as they have.
Do we
Yeah,
have
do we
dates?
need to-
Do we have a range or?
I don't have this.
We
There's-
never do this before the budgets are done.
I know.
That's something we could talk about. That'd be a good topic for next
We'll
week.
Hold on that.
Yeah, cause we
We'll
need,
keep A on as.
Kari has to figure that backwards for us,
Yeah,
like she always
yeah.
does, so she gives us a date. The latest date we can have a town meeting.
See, we kept that on as adding questions to residents on the March ballot. I will say that because my mailing zip code is North Clarendon, I get town reports for Clarendon, and they have a questionnaire for their folks, but it's on land use planning. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, what do you want to see kind of thing, kind of what.
Did we have a list of things we were talking about, but I can't remember what they were.
It was the policing.
There was a
Most
police
of
thing.
policing, but we did invite the department heads to see if they wanted to put something on.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so we'll just continue to bring that on. The board to discuss and create a disaster recovery process. We thought we're keeping it on, but that's something that's gonna wait till January until we get through this, because it's gonna take departments all
Yes, it will.
pitching in. There's our project list, and we're gonna take out Route 7 South. Yay. Anything you wanna take a look at? We do need to talk about the pocket park and the grant application. And we did see something come through from Green Mountain Power. They were doing their piece of the monitoring the number of users thing, and Barbara submitted some comments. So that's seeing a little activity there. And committee meeting reports, we've covered rec, we've covered police. I would request a brief, and it will be brief, executive session on potential litigation. And that is, if folks would be so kind as to go into executive session and not adjourn.
We'll move. Second.
Okay, motion's made and seconded to go into executive session. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Yeah, you're back on.
Okay, we're out of executive session at 7:23. There are no motions to be made other than
Move to adjourn.
Second.
motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We're adjourned. Thank you, folks.